Thanks for stopping by the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into the real of reality TV.
Talk to me nice, talk to me honestly. Look in my eyes, don't let it fall on me. Say you're a good guy, make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it, I wanna see it. See how rewind, when we rewind, it feels so nice.
What is up, guys? Listen, let's just go ahead and get into these topics because this first one just really had me tripping when I saw it. Not shocking when it comes to Mia, who was on Real Housewives of Potomac, who actually quit. She walked off the reunion and she definitely will not be back there. She was already had been reported and I wouldn't even say accused, but confirmed to had moved to Atlanta. Giselle was the one that had, put that information out there when they were on the reunion. And so now she's been hinting at wanting to be on the cast. I'm sick of these chicks that are just vying to get a spot on the sofa at the whatever season, whatever franchise reunion to be a housewife. That's why I feel like the show is just done and over with. I'm really, even though I talk about it and I watch it, not like, oh, I'm looking forward to watching it. It's just like whenever I catch it because I'm more into the old seasons than anything else. I'm just really over it at this point. This chick is ridiculous. Her storylines were trash. The way she treated her husband was terrible. She was in this relationship supposedly with this guy Ink, who is a little man, and now she is showcasing another little man who I don't even believe is into women, especially not the ones that are biological. Because if you do not remember, every time I think about Bobby Valentino, I remember the video of the transgender chick, let's just put it like that, who exposed him years ago. And I'm not even mad at him for getting down the way he desires to get down, because that's his personal business. I'm more mad at him that he stiffed the person and did not pay for the services rendered, okay? Because if you remember, that's what that was all about. I want to do a throwback, and let's just go back to Bobby Valentino being exposed. He was exposed by multiple outlets, but I found this video that Tasha K did many years ago. And so let's just go ahead and get into Bobby Valentino, because Mia showcasing herself with this dude, and it's just like, I don't even want to sound like T.S. Madison, but remember T.S. Madison was alluding to all the men in Atlanta being into men. I don't subscribe to that thought. But what I will say is when it comes to Bobby Valentino, I believe that he's one of the ones that she was speaking about.
Bobby Valentino, the R&B singer, we ain't seen his ass since Blackberry Molasses, really, was allegedly caught pants down in a transsexual's apartment. Get your wine quickly and take a look at this damn video.
Bobby video. Back up for me. Back up. Got my hands. Got my hands. Got my hands. Bobby V, y'all. Bobby Valentino, running. If you got your shoes and your keys, if you want it back, bring me some money. Call me so I can tell you the price, Bobby V. Don't run, Bobby Valentino. Come here. Come on, Bo.
I don't see why anybody would make anything like this up. And let me point out that while this transsexual was filming, she repeatedly said Bobby Valentino, and he allegedly kept that damn shirt above his head so we wouldn't see his head, but he didn't mind letting us see his baby parts. Cause they was damn show baby. If you had on a shirt that damn short, I better see something hanging past.
So yeah, guys, I don't know what led up to him being exposed by the T-Woman the way that they decided to expose Bobby V, but I remember that video from years ago, okay? Pants off. I wouldn't even say pants down. Pants off. Holding the shirt up at his face. Trying to hurry up and get dressed. Ran out of the room. Just pay the person. Why didn't you pay? Like, were you that broke? But yeah, according to that transgender woman years ago that exposed him, they were like, look, it wasn't about exposing him doing me or me doing him. It was about the fact that he knew what was up. This was a transaction. And he tried to dip without paying me. So it was exposing someone who was a thief, not someone who was into transgender women. So I ain't even mad at that. Now, some may say that was dangerous on their part. I don't even know if that person is still alive. Hopefully they are. But yeah, seeing Bobby Valentino with Mia, and it's just like, just really ridiculous. She is just trash. And this is the epitome of what they do not need to have on the Real Housewives. Not any franchise. I don't care if it's Orange County. I don't care if it's Potomac. Whatever. It's Atlanta. I don't want to see people like this on the Real Housewives. Now, I don't know. Maybe they're trying out for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta for next season. Because from my understanding, that's currently about to air. I haven't watched Love and Hip Hop Atlanta in ages, so I couldn't even tell you who's on there right now. Probably Rashida and Kirk still. They'll forever be on there as long as that show comes on. But I digress. It's a job at this point, and it's fake. But yeah, this relationship, so-called relationship, them showing us off, is fake. And she must really... What is it with her and these short guys? I mean, her husband, Gordon... He wasn't short, but he wasn't like a really tall guy. And then Ink, definitely a little shorty. And now Bobby Valentino, is something about this that just looks weird. And hey, some people say that she looks like she could be. Anyway, if you know, you know. So with all of that being said, let me know what you think about Mia and Bobby Valentino and this fake situation that they're showcasing for social media. Like, nobody cares, but anytime I see Bobby Valentino, I'm going to think back to that video of him being exposed. And did he ever pay that chick? Let me know what you think in the comments.
She called you out your name? Plenty of times. The B word? Absolutely. Okay. Like, you tell me at 12 years old to my face, I hate you, verbatim. That is a moment I will never forget. Why did she say that? We were just in the middle of one of our many heated arguments, disputes about whatever it may have been. And it just got to a point where she was like, I hate you. And I think that out of all of her kids, out of all three of us, I'm the most outspoken. I'm the one that is like pedal to the floor, right? I've always been that way. Anybody that knows me knows that. And that's something that I need to work on. That's something that I need to change about myself and improve on. But this didn't come out of nowhere. And it definitely didn't happen for the sake of this show. This is who I've been. And the instances that we've had that have been very heated, it's never gotten physical, but it's gotten right there beneath it. The words that are being exchanged, the things that are being said. This is not new. This didn't come out of nowhere. Like, this is, we've had those really hard moments where it's like, I cannot believe that you're my mom. And maybe at times she thought, I can't believe you're my daughter. I don't know. Would you call her the B word back? I don't think that I've ever called her the B word to her face until we got to Hawaii. Wow. Yeah. So at 12 years old, your mother says, I hate you, as you guys were arguing. And as a 12-year-old girl, that chips away. Absolutely. At your confidence, and it chips away at your ability. I think that I don't know. I think expressing the things that she said to a lot of people, it would come off as like, that was a typical Black household. Like, your mom put fear in your heart. She talked down to you. But for me, that wasn't the type of parenting that I needed. Right. And I've learned through being a mother myself that you have to kind of meet your kids where they are and you have to handle them differently. And so I think that maybe, and this is where I give her grace. Maybe you didn't know how to be a parent, right? Maybe you didn't understand how to be a mother, how to talk to your kids, how to problem solve and be kind and gentle and all of those things. I can give you grace, but you can't tell me that I didn't experience what I experienced, right? And so that's where the rub comes in, because it's like, you want to rewrite history and tell me I didn't do that. I gave you everything. I gave you the best life. You did. You could provide all of the material things. He made millions of dollars and you could provide all of the things. That doesn't take away from the fact that I felt like you was talking to me really crazy, or I feel like you were emotionally abusive, or that.
All right, so let's just talk about Chantel Christie doing this interview with Carlos King. I could not listen to the entirety of it, but it's not a good look. It did not turn out the way that I would say she was thinking or hoping that it would turn out, because from the jump, you know how Carlos is. He had to let everybody know. She reached out to him. He didn't reach out to her. Like, he had to let that be known. Not just because a lot of people feel like he is a clout chaser in terms of these interviews, but also to just let people know that he is so important that she reached out to him in light of this viral, situation with her mom punching her out, and a lot of people feeling like she deserved the punch that she got. Now, listen, I don't believe most people have said that Jackie, her mom, does not have issues. She is not toxic. All of the things that she feels about her mom, none of us are saying that those feelings are not valid and her experience is not her experience. But the truth remains, she decided to come on a show to be a part of this cast where she knew that she was having issues with her mother, unresolved issues, and she chose to bring that to the camera. And, you made some terrible decisions. Like I said, she should have turned around and kept it moving. She decided to turn back around, and then there were the moments when her mom was giving her the opportunity to speak, to talk, to air out her grievances or whatever. And whether she thought it was fake or real, she chose to behave in the way that she behaved. And that is the issue that a lot of people are having with her. She is not taking accountability for her own actions. She is an adult at this point. She will always be her mother's child, but she is not a child. So nothing that she is saying for most people is going to resolve the fact that she charged at her mom and called her mom all kinds of things and said terrible things to her mom about her marriage and all kinds of stuff to embarrass her. It was just like, it seemed like she was on some get back. And that is the thing that a lot of people cannot get with. They cannot get with the get back. Now, yeah, some people do understand, for sure. But unfortunately, this is just not looking good for her. And a lot of people had a lot to say in the comment section. She talked about her grandmother. Somebody said maybe your grandmother was good to you because she wasn't the best to Jackie as a child. For grandparents, it's like a second chance to do it better. Somebody else said, Chantel, we literally watched Jackie try to shut down every conversation that involved your name, love. No, ma'am, don't gaslight us. Another one said, she keeps acting like someone forced her to come on the show. You didn't have to come. And that's my point as well. Like, if you really want to get help, you go to therapy. You don't go to reality TV. And most people should know that, because even though she has not been a cast member, her mom has been for all of these years. She's seen her mom's theatrics for sure, right? And she also has been on some episodes as well. So she cannot sit and point the fingers and the blame at everyone else. And she also pitted the other cast members against her mom, like in favor of her. And this, it's just not cool. Because, yeah, those people already had their own issues. Another commenter said the best question was, why did you go back and tell the girl she hit you? She sat there and said Jackie didn't hit her. Someone else says, statement of the day, if you hate your mama that much, then get off her job that she has held down without interruption for the last 14 years. And somebody else said, if she is so unhealed, angry, upset, disgusted, and disappointed with her mother, then why would you bring your drama-filled emotions to a nationally televised platform if your hopes were not for healing and your intentions were aimed towards disruption? Your intentions should have been for redemption and not condemnation. She thought she gave the people what they wanted and neglected to get what she needed. The only thing to do at this point is take accountability, apologize, leave the show, and move forward. Go be the wife and mother she says her mother wasn't. And another commenter said, for me, it's not even about the fight. It's about teaming up with your mom's ops, the season of disrespect, and trying to turn Jackie's co-workers against her. And somebody else said, the fact that she reached out to him tell me what I need to know. And listen, some may say, well, she chose to go to this platform because he did an interview with her mom before, so she wanted to come to the same platform that she had a sit-down interview on. Listen, it just didn't look good. It just didn't look good. And it's just not... Girl, go and be a wife and a mom like somebody else said. And she talked about in the interview how she is taken care of exceptionally well. Amazing for you. Happy to hear it. Hope it continues to be that way. She should not have been on the show. She should not have. Honestly, the whole thing looked weird in the first place. So the fact that she said that I'm like the only real basketball wife, because at this point, my mother isn't even a basketball wife. She's a coach's wife. Like, girl, stop it. It was just like, I just can't with her. And and Carlos with his disingenuous ass sitting there trying to act like a therapist and counsel and all the other stuff. It's like, girl, please. And when I say girl, please, I'm talking about Carlos. Stop it. Okay? I just could not. I couldn't. So it's not turning out the way that she was hoping, I'm thinking. Or hey, maybe she didn't even care about how it was going to be. Maybe she also did this out of spite. She came on Basketball Wives out of spite to make her mom look some type of way. And then she decided to go to the Carlos King podcast where her mom previously did an interview for spite as well. Who knows? I don't know what's in the girl's head and in her heart. Could not tell you if I even tried. All I can do is speculate and assume, and that's what I'm doing right now. But yeah, it's not turning out and looking the way that she had hoped, and I just cannot get with it. I am not sitting here saying that Jackie was an amazing mother and she did all of the things right and she doesn't have the right to feel the way that she feels. I'm all about people feeling the way that they feel. And I'm also never going to sit and tell someone how they should behave or act, but I can say that I disagree with the behavior and with the actions. And that's all I'm saying. It's her choice. It's her choice. It's not my life. Thankfully, you know, I didn't have the life that she had when it comes to the neglect and all of the things that she said she experienced with her mom. But she is an adult. It's not like you were a child experiencing those things and then as a reflex immediately you lashed out with the, you know, actions that your mom were doing at that moment in time. So I just can't get with it. You are a married woman. You have 2 children. You say you know how to do better. When you know better, you do better. Then you do better for your children. But to continue to try to paint her mom in this terrible, horrible light for the world to see, I don't believe it worked out for her, because people already felt the way that they felt about Jackie anyway. They didn't need her help to pile on. Period. So that's right there. I feel like it sums it up for me that her actions that she took on the show and what she said in her actions on this interview, on this podcast, it actually made her look worse, not Jackie. Someone else said, Jackie's not perfect, but I believe that Jackie is damned if she does and damned if she doesn't with Chantel. And I agree with that. But I want to know what you guys think. So you let me know your thoughts in the comments about this interview, this season of Basketball Wives. If you watched it, I ain't even gonna lie, I watched the last episode and I was falling I was falling asleep. It just is like, at this point, why? But yeah, this was the big thing that people were talking about and discussing. So maybe it was worth it for the ratings for the season. I don't know what the ratings were, but for the relationship, nah, it was not a good look. So you guys let me know what you think in the comments.
Thanks for being here, liking, and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.